Hi there, it's Lisa from LisaArts.com. I just wanted to give you a little update on this fox drawing I'm doing. It's a little fox snuggled down into its fur under its tail, kind of the way cats curl up. But I wanted to show you a couple things. One is that it's surprising what little colors you will find as you start exploring this fur that we think is orange. Sometimes it's orange, and sometimes a little purpley gray might be just the thing. And also, some outright bluish purple will work great in some of the shadowy areas. It works beautiful with the orangey fur. Not just putting brown in, but to having that bluishness really makes the orange pop, or the golden fur pop. Just like a little blue near the white of the eye. You can see there's a little blue there. It's one reflecting the skies when we're doing wildlife, and the other thing is that blue right next to white makes an icy blue and it pops it out. And one of the other things I learned is, as we're getting into kind of the tan fur up here, if I put a little golden at the edge of the white, it really makes that golden fur glow. To have it just outside of where the fur is white, to have it be gold. Now, some other things. Oh, yes, and I did want to tell you that a dark indigo in the eye was my other new discovery. Some other things about drawing fur is that as you're drawing, you're also erasing. These are my favorite erasers, the ones you put on the end, because you could cut them with scissors or an X-Acto blade and get a little edge, so that if you don't have something fancy like the Tombow eraser, which also you would cut with a scissor or X-Acto blade, to erase away some of the fur. And it starts to create in the wax. Some of us draw with waxier pencils. But say I lay down some wax. I'm just going to do this area. Just softly, nothing pressed down. And then erase away into it with one eraser or another. Or even cut into it. Now this is a plasticky, it says ceramic, box cutter tool called a slice. And it works very well. I didn't know how to use it at first, and it cut a hole in a picture. But you can turn it upside down and then use the wedge of the edge and then scrape away some fur. I also have this teeny mini one that's nicely weighted, but it does much tinier cuts. So it's something that maybe at the last minute or on an eyelash or something. I used to use an X-Acto blade. You can do that too. Please do it carefully, and I would suggest, just like with the slice, turn it upside down so you're not really using the sharpest side of the blade, but a kind of point. You could use a scratch board, scratch tool, or even the end of a paper clip to do that too. Now what happens is, if we brush all that dust away, I do have some little gradations in the color of the fur that I can go back and use those to go along the side of them and find some darker and lighter bits. So I'm putting in dark next to them. I'm putting the orangey color back, and you could even go back, and if there were in this area a few little light white or ivory, you could go along. It'll grab on better because of the places where you've cut, and make a very true fur looking area. So this is the area that I just did, and I've gotten about 3 or 4 different colors in there by doing it that way. Remember, a bluish purple for the deep shadows, dark indigo with the black in the eye, blue next to white or gold next to white, and then all that gradation you can get, cutting, erasing, and going back over things lightly until you build up a fur-looking picture. So that's what I'm doing with my fox. Now I'm going to tell you what to do with your fox.